the suction cup base setup for the GoPro, and of course it doesn't have a swivel on it, and it won't fit on the dash, and if I put it on the window it faces the wrong way. If I put it on the side window it faces on an angle. So another lesson in futility. I bought a couple other adapters. I think one of them has a swivel, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to set this up where I can get it to look through the windshield so we could look at the drive into the property. Kind of rough, which is good. Keeps out 99.9% of the population. Plus, while I was up in Idaho, I picked up my gardening shears because there's some bushes that are overhanging the road and I don't want them scratching my paint. So, seems to be a beautiful day out. Nice breeze. This morning when I got up it was 64 degrees out. So, I bought some helium. Put some helium balloons so I can float the helium balloons on the USGS survey markers and the survey markers that I put in place so I can see from a distance the points when I'm in between the points, because as you can see the terrain is kind of undulating and you cannot see a long distance from one point to another. So moving along. Alright, I got that in. Lock that up. Yeah, I'm not liking the way that rock is onto that tire. Look at that. Okay, so I was able to find the swivel and the adapter, and now I'm putting it back together here. But of course, I don't understand why people engineer and design things the way they do. Sometimes I don't think that they actually use the product, because why would you put a nut, that small nut, inside that turn knob and not capture the nut, right? Because you know you're going to loosen it to disassemble it, and the nut's going to fall out and it's going to disappear in the dirt, and then you're going to be scratching and cursing and kicking, right? So I'm going to have to get some epoxy and epoxy that nut so it's captured. Nothing but minor little headaches, but the minor little headaches, they just drain the time. All right, that's enough for that. Of course, now the nut won't fall straight into the hex. All right, there we go. All right, we're tight. Now, okay. So now I'm thinking that swivel didn't come with a bolt. All right, I gotta go dig for more parts here. Hang on, I'll be back. This thing is supposed to rotate 360 degrees, but it won't spin. And I'm losing patience. So I had to put it here, right? Because this windshield's on an angle. And then I slip that in, and that's supposed to latch in place, right? And it's supposed to lift that rubber up, and that's supposed to latch in place. And then this is supposed to go on the camera like that, right? But, and then I was going to rotate it up like so, and then rotate the head a little bit, but it won't rotate. And I'm getting frustrated. So I guess I'll have to figure out how to get a video of the drive-in now with the other equipment that I have. I know if I put it on the tripod, I stand on the tripod bouncing on that rock, that tripod's not going to stand still. And I'm going to be grabbing it with my hand and having to stabilize it, right? Which is a pain in the ass. So, back to the drawing board. I'll be back. Okay, this is the best configuration I can come up with. This is upside down. The start button here is on the bottom now. So let's see if I can clamp that in there without any issue. Let's see. Alright, we're running. Now let's see if I can get that a little bit straighter. There we go. And that's, I think this is as good as I'm gonna get. And of course now the battery looks low. So let's hopefully I can get a few minutes of driving in. looks like I did a pretty good job. Let's see if I sink in up to my axles. Leaving that panel off. Not getting a good feeling here. We arrived. Now I gotta figure out why that panel's off. I hope nobody was up here causing me grief. I know when I was up on the top I stepped on one of the solar chargers and that broke, but truly don't remember leaving that off, and that makes me nervous. I don't see anything obviously tampered with. Let's see on my battery.